Last time on Polymorph Self, our brave heroes continued to struggle to say, I open the door, instead of, I think I'm gonna open the door, maybe. And, I look for a weapon to use, instead of, is there any kind of object that I could use as a weapon, like maybe a, hey, fuck you. If Rothless can get away with it on Acquisitions Incorporated, so can we. Wait, what am I talking about? Last time, on Polymorph Self, our heroes were exploring Airtalis, a religious colony of knights on the south coast of the island. Seyda had defeated their leader, Aaron Greenstone, in single combat. Next, shopping ensued. Confusing shopping, in a place with no respect for free markets or money. Billicus fit right in. Having won the trial by combat, the Knights of Airtalis were bound to help the party in their upcoming assault on the Slavers' stronghold. They returned to the ship and found that Seyda's new friend, cabin boy Lemons, was missing. They didn't look too hard. Finally, they set off in Karak-Obama, trailed by the Airtalis man-o'-war, and sailed to the Tears of Blood. The sun was setting over the ocean, and it was time to begin the assault. You stand on the deck of your three-masted wooden sailing ship as the sun sets on the ocean horizon. The sails have been taken in and the hull sways with the waves. Nearby, the large war galley of Airtalis does the same, its decks crowded with armoured knights and foot soldiers. As the sky turns to dusk, a cold wind starts to blow and grey clouds appear overhead. The rain will soon be returning. You take another look at the distant but still visible cliffs to the north. Grey and streaked with red, the Tears of Blood. The sun disappears, and the horizon becomes a dying glow above the darkened waters. You are a long way from home. Hjani, winter elf soldier and expert archer, possessor of the magical Frostblade. Seyda, imposing human barbarian from the plains, greatsword strapped across her broad shoulders. Bjorn Djerkfjol, half-elf rogue from the Kikathran frontier towns, escape artist, would-be rake and master thief. And Billicus, elven druid of the Greatwood, herbalist and wolf-talker. Also with you is Hjani the Silver Fox, legendary winter elf ranger, pride of the Kikathran Northern Army, sword of justice, doer of deeds, and spinner of tales. Now all around you is descending into darkness. The first specks of rain touch your face. Far out into the ocean you see flashes of lightning, and to the east, a flickering pinpoint of yellow light appears, a beacon fire, marking the entrance to the slavers' harbour. Captain Derek approaches you and says, Since we might not all make it, I have to ask, Bjorn, is your friend really in that orb?
I don't know. I like to imagine he is. I can only assume. Wait, is anybody else's ears burning? They say, like, when somebody's talking about you, your ears burn? Anybody?
My ears are always burning then, because they always talking about me back at home.
All right. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. He might be in one of these balls.
You.
At that moment, a deckhand approaches Captain Derek and goes, something strange, sir. Spit it out, boy.
Oh,
well, this is just for Bjorn. Spit it out, boy. Well, while we were taking in the sails and dropping the anchor, we found something tied to the mast up there. It appears to be a teenaged boy, sir.
Lemons! Is he okay?
You look up. Lemons is gagged and bound at the top of the mast.
I climb the mast and bring Lemons down.
Okay, what's your climb skill, Seyda?
My climb skill is...
What the fuck?
9.
9, amazing,
9.
Because it's a very basic DC 12 check.
15 plus 9 gets me to the mast.
What's the total, though?
24.
You climb the mast skillfully in the failing light, much to the admiration of the crew.
Oh.
You get up there and you see Lemons, and he says, He appears to have some old dirty underwear gagging his mouth.
Oh, Hjani.
Are you like me, Seyda? You Lemons.
I ungag Lemons.
Oh, Seyda, you've rescued me. I've been up here all night, and for half the journey.
Hjani Kitu did this, didn't she?
I can't say.
Hjani Kitty did this. Let's get you down, Lemons.
It might have been her. I'm not going to incriminate anyone.
I untie Lemons and carry him down the mast.
You bring Lemons down. While you're doing that, Hjani Kitty herself approaches Billicus and goes, hey, man.
Hey?
Got any more of those, any more of the good stuff? You know, we're going to battle soon. We might not all make it, and I like to be really high when I go to battle.
Man, I mean, the first one's for free, but this is just druid level shit. You know, I can't be handing this out to lightweights.
Okay, make me an offer, man.
I can give you a pinch, but not a dab.
How much is a pinch?
A pinch is a pinch.
No, I mean, like, how much is it? Oh my fucking god. Okay, look, Billicus, I like you, but if you don't make me a, proper monetary offer, I'm just gonna have to cut your nose off your face.
I have no need for money. I mean,
oh, that's
what do I
awesome.
need
Then
that
hand it
for?
over. I'll take a pinch.
Have her help us. Have her help us.
No, don't. Just give her the drugs.
Get her off the boat if you want Lemons to live.
Like,
I say from a
Are you going to give me some
Assuming-
of your mushrooms or not?
No, man, I don't have that much left.
Can I donkey punch her?
Yes.
All right, I go up and I just smack her in the back of the head
Yay!
with a fist.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's by surprise and it's in the back of the head. So I'm going to give you a skill check on your strength. What's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is a +3.
So if you get 12 or above, you knock her out cold.
Okay. Yes, natural 20. Finally, finally, I rolled a natural 20.
This is the best day ever.
Okay, while you see Hjani Kitty badgering Billicus about his mushrooms, her hand increasingly going towards her blade. Hjani walks casually up behind her and quickly and efficiently donkey punches her right in the back of the neck, and she just, her eyes roll and she blacks out and falls to the ground in a crumpled heap. And Lemons, standing behind Seyda, makes a little, yay.
I tie her to the mast.
You do that.
Nobody tell her what happened.
Hey, I'm Captain Garrick. Don't we need all our warriors for the upcoming battle?
You don't need her.
By the way, it's dark then. Mr. Bjorn, do you want one of our small rowing boats to take on your mission of near certain fatality?
Yeah. We'll row over the
Can we
dead of
name
night.
it?
But sorry, from what we see now, do we see any points of interest that we'd like to actually go towards first? Armaments, like heavy things. That
No,
need to be...
the cliff initially looked like continuous with no visible entrances. Although they have told you there's a kind of break in the cliffs where erosion has hollowed out a bay
sorry.
like a
I
sheltered
thought we
bay.
were overlooking an actual like.
No, it's about half a mile or so down the cliffs, but you can see this beacon of fire burning atop the cliffs at a far off point, as if that's their guiding light.
Okay.
I'm Captain Garrick. Look, guys,
Hey, Garrick.
I'm going to leave this in your hands because, I got this terrible headache ever since we get nearer and nearer to this place. I feel sicker and sicker. I think my previous experiences with these slavers and Theotha people has really traumatized me, and I might just get a nap or something.
Does your head feel jammed?
Yeah, like blocked sinuses, a real pain behind the eyes.
Oh,
I
that's
feel-
probably just allergies. Okay. All right. Do we have a specific signal that we would like to use, or they'll just know when
Why
it's
don't-
time to come?
Why don't I just dip my arrows in the incense?
I was gonna say, I have a
oil.
bullseye lantern, so I could do a little Morse thing.
A flare
Let's
or
just-
Morse?
Let's keep it open. Let's just say, yeah, they'll know. We'll send some kind of big ass signal. Either we'll extinguish that flame, shoot a fiery arrow.
Hey, Hjani, I'm Captain Garrick. So really,
Hey, Garrick.
the orb.
Yes.
What's it for? I mean, assuming your friend's not in it, what's its purpose? Where did you find it?
Why would you assume that our friend's not in it?
Where did you find the orb? How did he end up in it? I'm really interested.
Strange magics. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to the stuff. He talked a lot. He sat on a chair. He turned into an orb.
A chair. Where was the
Apparently,
chair?
he was a bit much.
He was.
Okay, he was a bit much, and then
Why are you so curious, Derek? Captain Derek?
because you keep telling me you've got a man in an orb. It's weird. Like, where did you find this orb?
Have we ever told Derek we have a man in an orb?
He's in there. He sat in a chair, and we place an orb on a thing, and then he... What?
He turned into an orb.
Derek's
So
asking a
basically-
lot of questions.
Derek, why
Oh,
don't
it's
you
all right.
go
I don't,
take a nap?
you don't have to tell me. I might just go and sleep off my headache.
Well, first, maybe make a roster of people who are on the ship so you don't lose anyone else, and then you can go sleep.
Yeah, I've already put the quartermaster onto, he's now called, what was it you said, head of HR.
Head of HR.
He's pretty happy with that. He says that his new title makes him feel like so much more than just a quartermaster, that he feels empowered.
Feels like a cog in a machine.
Yeah, no, he feels like he's got some
Large
value now.
capitalist
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
And send word to the warship that they'll know a signal when they see it.
Oh, one last thing. I'm Captain Derek.
Hey.
You've rowed You've rowed a small boat on sea currents next to rocky cliffs before, right? You're skilled enough and experienced enough at this, so you're not going to get dashed against the rocks like a melon dropped off a tower.
Skilled at it?
Are you saying that we should probably have someone row the boat for us?
Well, yeah, I mean, I could do it. I've got a headache, or I could send one of my crew members to do it. Or you can just try by yourself. I'm just checking. It's up to you.
Let's have Derek row us. Do you have
Guys,
anything for
come on.
headaches? Billicus,
I'm sorry?
do you have anything for headaches? Like aspirin root?
I have something that can hook Derek up, yeah. But I get to name the rowing boat.
Okay, Master Billicus, if you can cure my headache, I will help guide your rowing boat in, and you get to name it. What shalt we name the rowing boat?
Rowing Atkinson.
That's meaningless to me.
I was going to say Ropero Winfrey.
That's also meaningless to
I
me.
was going to say.
What are these
Rowan
references you refer to?
Or
Sorry?
Geraldo Rivera.
Rowan Keating.
Oh, God.
All these are these Catherine people?
All right. Mr. Roboto? Mr. Roboto?
Oh, man. Don't worry, Gato, Mr. Roboto.
Sorry, guys.
I'm not a rowboat.
Captain
think-
Captain
Without
Derek here. I
emotions.
still don't really know what you're talking
I
about,
think
but
if
which one will you
Captain
settle
Derek didn't have a headache, he has one now.
on?
Anyway, yeah, you want to row it? Like, is it all that difficult?
Is it called Mr. Roboto now?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Is it all that difficult to row sea currents?
No, you know what? You're right. My headache's terrible. It's not that difficult. Off you go. You take it.
Yeah. I don't fucking care. I'm on a sea current diet. I see current, I eat it. Fucking breakfast. So
Oh,
let's
my headache.
Fucking row. Let's row. Let the boys know that when they see signal, they better be on a sea signal diet.
Oh,
When
if
they
we see your signal,
forget
what should we all do? Attack.
Attack.
Yeah.
I got it.
Come forth and attack.
Oh, my headache. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got it.
sure.
I've got it. So I'm staying here, and I'll look for the signal, which is...
Hey, entire crew, look out for the signal.
Yeah, let's
Don't
not
worry.
just leave it in Derek's hand.
I'll send someone over to the other boat and tell them what's up.
Beauty.
Okay, there is Mr. Roboto. Look, it's been lowered onto the waves. Oh, it's so dark.
I jump in.
Say what you see, Derek. Say what you fucking see.
Oh, I've got a headache. I'm looking at Bjorn. My headache's getting worse with every word he says.
Go to bed. Just go to bed.
I climb into the rowboat.
Hooray, finally, says Derek. Okay, Seyda, you are in the rowboat. The waves are choppy. It's pitch black almost, but you can see the burning pyre on the cliffs in the
I
distance.
straddle Manto's back and click my heels against his rump. Tell him, get down on that rowboat.
He barks and tosses you off. He barks and moves his body in a way that puts you to the planks.
Yeah, he doesn't like that, man.
All right, I go down to the rowboat.
You do. Two of you are now in the boat.
I jump in.
You jump. It's quite a way down off your correct down to the boat. What's your reflex save?
My reflex save is a 7.
Okay, here's what happens. Like if you succeed, obviously you're fine. If not, you hit it, you overbalance the boat and maybe throw people out. So it's only a DC 12 check.
All right, let's check. 2.
Okay, Hjani comes heroically jumping down from the side of the boat, like 12 feet down into the rowing boat. She's fine. She lands like a boss, but it tips the boat, and Seyda and Bjorn go flying over into the dark sea waters. Billicus?
I carefully lower myself into the boat, and I have Manto come with me.
You do that, and Bjorn
climb
and
back in the
Seyda
boat.
climb back into the boat, yeah. Okay, you are
Sorry
all in
about
the
that,
boat.
guys.
Idiot.
It was fun, though.
It did look fun.
All right, I grab the oars and aim us towards the crack.
The crack?
You cannot see any crack.
The crease. The crease in the rocks.
Whatever it is, yeah. The thing that we're supposed to head towards in order to infiltrate.
All you can see over there in the darkness is a huge fire blazing atop the cliffs. Looks like some kind of far-off beacon.
It's head towards the
we row
flame.
towards the beacon.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Hjani gives the command and you all row towards the beacon. The only thing that you notice, especially going on between sort of your ship and arriving to the place, is that you're continuously getting like sucked in towards the cliffs and the rocks, and it's like really hairy. So eventually you get to where this fire is burning atop a cliff, and what you can make out is the cliff sort of has a tall gap between it where the water's broken through into a lagoon, and there's a sheltered bay the other side. And once you're through the kind of door between the cliffs, so to speak, it widens out and it's circular. And you can see all this because inside is kind of lit up. It's a smallish sheltered cove and bay. On the inside, in the middle of the water there, is a huge warship about the same size as your Airtalis buddy. And it's all got like lanterns and torches burning on it and a sort of like half a crew running around on the decks. That's like sitting in the middle of this bay. But there don't appear to be any other ships here. Also, beyond that, you can see a beach which stretches from tall cliff to tall cliff. And across the back of the beach has been built a 20-foot high stone castle wall, complete with a gatehouse in the middle. And what you can immediately see, although you can't see the details, sort of back behind this boat, is it's very lit up. There's a town behind it on the slopes, behind the wall. All the lights are on, it's full of people, and they all appear to be, they're just like stickmen to you now, but they're all running around the beach holding torches and frantically preparing for something. Now, in front of you is this gap. It's big enough to put a whole ship through, but in the dark, you're going to have to be careful not to run aground to some of the rocks as you pass through. But that's what you can kind of see peeking in as you approach. No one appears to have seen you, but it's all action in there. But you could definitely get in and buy that boat under cover of darkness if you did well.
Crazy.
Are they yelling like yo-ho, yo-ho?
You can't hear from now. It's like a distant echoes over the crashing waves.
Gosh, should I bring us in closer to that big old boat?
I totally think you should.
Mm-hmm, let's do it.
All right. I stealth row.
In such a small boat, it's be almost impossible for them to see you. But going in to the lights, you can guide yourself in. However, we will have to make some sort of a check because it's quite difficult. Now, what check could we use for Bjorn to guide us in? Any suggestions before I pick one?
Move silently.
For rowing a boat well in the ocean.
Row silently.
Swim check?
I'm thinking about something intelligence or knowledge based.
Something device?
Survival?
Knowledge local.
Well, yeah. What is your survival skill?
It is but my wisdom.
Man.
What would that be? I mean, what's the final modifier?
1.
Can I try making that?
No, Bjorn has given the command.
Has
He is
All right.
currently taking you
I'm
in.
rowing, baby.
Oh, I get it currently. That's good.
Hey.
Okay, well we'll use that because it's a combination of your instincts and knowledge as you row in and try to make it. So the DC class is 15 actually, and
Right.
you got a +1. So if you make it, you're through no problem. Otherwise, you're going to get sucked into these rocks, and we're going to have to work out some. I'm going to give you like a brief 5 seconds for someone to come up with a counter plan. So roll that dice.
It's 15 plus 1. 16.
Despite the darkness, the waves, the rocks, and the crashes, you skillfully and expertly guide the rowing boat soundly into the bay. And once you're inside, the waters are quite calm because it is like a sheltered bay.
Okay. Shall we board that ship, guys?
What's up? Are we going to try and scuttle it? Are we going to try and sink this ship? Like, do we need to board it, or is there any way
Well,
we
I
can
think
just
we go on and see what's actually on there and decide
Right.
whether or not to scuttle. Maybe full of slaves. Innocent slaves.
Oh, we can drown them too,
Yeah, that's also true.
like last time.
Hey, no. We drowned slavers.
Weren't people locked up in cages?
Yeah,
as well?
slavers.
Oh,
Bad people. Let's close in. Yeah?
All right.
All right. Rowing in. Getting close to that boat. I row.
You row, okay. You close in on the boat. You haven't been seen yet. You're close enough to reach out and grab the rigging, and someone could perhaps sneak aboard.
I want to do that.
What's your climb skill?
My climb skill is a +4.
DC 12 to get up there, climb, and also not be detected.
All right, let's see. 11 +4, 15.
You leave the rowing boat, you climb up the side of this ship close enough to peek over and have a look. What you see is on this ship is a complement of troops, like 20 or 30 troops, lining up with the captain instructing them to prepare their crossbows and some ballistas, and they're preparing like large bolts for it, which are dipped in oil and rags like fire bolts, the kind you would use to set an enemy ship on fire during a battle. He's shouting orders to the other troops and slavers in common, and he's saying they'll be here between now and the dawn. The master has told us. The inside spy has done us well. Get prepared. They could attack at any minute.
Mm-hmm.
And they are sort of running around preparing. They're fully armed, getting ready, but at the moment, not looking out so well. Yeah.
Okay. I make a gesture for everyone to come on up, and then I sneak onto the deck of the boat.
Okay, you see Hjani make a gesture, indicating perhaps it's safe to go on board, who knows, and you sneak onto the deck and you hide behind a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I follow Hjani.
What's your climb roll?
10.
Okay, 12 or above.
Wait, oh no, sorry, not swim is 10, climb is 9. That's 12 plus 9 is 21.
You quietly and expertly scale the side of the boat and join Hjani behind a barrel, noticing again about 20 soldiers and a captain lining up, holding crossbows, putting themselves in positions and readying this ship for battle.
I might need a little boosty boost getting up there because my climb is.
Wait, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
I'm thinking we row around back of this boat and set it the fuck on fire.
With them on it?
Yeah, they'll get off.
They'll be okay.
Yeah, that's why we're going to the back of the boat.
Yes,
Let's go.
All about backdoor action on this boat.
Especially if it's burning sensations. All right, I'm not boosting you. We're going around back, baby.
That sounds fantastic.
Row us
Nothing will go wrong with
to
this.
the opposite side of the boat.
Okay, so Seyda follows Hjani up. She jumps over. You're both there. Seyda looks back down and gives the motion for the next person and sees the dark ocean, and the boat is not there.
I row fast.
You guys row off. It's because as soon as she's up, you guys
Batman
went, let's
always
go.
does this.
Yeah, it's because you did literally look at each other and go. So you've rowed around to the back, getting closer to the bay, and you can see that guiding the defense on the beach and organizing the soldiers on the walls, because they got this wall built between both cliffs with the town behind it, is, yes, an anti-Theophanite cleric wearing a silver helmet, guiding proceedings. Yeah. And you can also see some strange shadowy figures commanding from on top of the wall too, but that's sort of in shadow. And they're sort of only lit up partially by these beacons they're all setting up. What they're doing on the beach is they're like setting markers for ranged weapons, assuming they're going to like shoot at you from the wall later. You also notice there's probably at least like 100 troops in doing all this stuff on the beach and behind the wall. You are now around the other side of the boat. What do you do?
Hey, do you got any good fire spell?
Oh man, see now I'm gonna have to look in here for this.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
got flaming orb.
Do I?
Do you
Is
not?
that what it is? Yes.
Flaming
yes.
sphere.
Flaming
yes, I have
sphere,
flaming
that's the one.
sphere. Sorry.
His
Okay.
flaming orbs are something else. Don't mention them. That's a callback to an Onas joke. Bit much, but
Yeah.
you know,
A
a favorite.
bit
So
much. Okay,
Oh yeah, I can light this bad boy up. I'm gonna.
they'll get off. It's fine.
They'll be okay. I mean, you know.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Do this.
I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna have a mushroom. I'm gonna have a little,
Just to calm you down.
just a little toot.
okay, you swallow a mushroom. What's your fortitude save?
That is 5.
This is like reliving the old days of Bjorn and his own previous addiction. Yeah. So it's what? Sorry,
5.
a 5. Okay, make a DC 15 save, a relatively low one because you're quite accustomed to these mushrooms.
I rolled a 1.
A natural one, awesome. You dose yourself, and immediately, like all of the lights from the fires around start morphing into like red, like streaks out, forming pictures in the sky. The sound of the water is like sloshing inside your brain. Manto is looking at you like he's like a big grinning cat rather than a wolf.
A
And
Cheshire cat.
yeah, like that kind of a thing. And you're having a great time. From Bjorn's perspective, he's looking the other way going, light it up. Light it up. And
On
then he
three.
turns,
On three.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Light it up.
This is
And then he turns
fantastic.
around and you're just sort of staring off into space with a grin on your face, like essentially. Bjorn.
Come on. You got fire?
Man, this is some shit, man.
I can't be
I'm
angry
gonna-
because I know his pain. I know the pain of an addict. I know what it's about.
Okay, Hjani
Fine.
and meanwhile, Hjani and Seyda are behind the barrels. The others have gone. You don't know what's happening. Go.
I think, first of all, where did they go? But okay, let's look for the captain. Maybe we can get this captain to spill some beans if we
How many of them are there?
There's like 20 or so people on here, but it was pretty obvious who the captain was, right? Maybe we can
Can we get him away from the others? Because otherwise there's going to be a fight.
Actually, is a fight a bad thing?
I'm just worried because then there's the people on the bay as well.
Yeah, true. Let's keep this stealthy. Let's cold clock people as much as we can. Or just kill them.
What you see from behind the barrels now is sort of facing you but not seeing you all along the length of the ship are 20 armoured troops holding loaded crossbows. And they're all standing to attention, and the person instructing them is now shouting to the sailors, looking up the rigging, and he's shouting instructions up to people on the top sort of what was it called again, the poop deck, to keep their eyes open for signs. They seem to be ready.
Are there any people who are like kind of off to the side where we could probably steal their armor and do another one of these like stormtrooper maneuvers again?
Not really. I mean, there's a couple of sort of plain sort of rag wearing sailors sort of tying ropes off. Not any movement from outside of these barrels. You'll be seen by absolutely all of these people.
What's in the barrels? I like use a finger to kind of take a sneak peek at.
Calamari, actually.
What?
Are there any lemons?
Okay, meanwhile, back in the boat, hey. Billicus is tripping and Bjorn is what?
Billicus, snap two, come on. You with me? Are you with me?
Am I with you? Yes, I'm here. I'm
okay.
here.
We're lighting this fucking thing on fire. Let's go. I light a torch, one of my 3 torches.
Yep.
And I start trying to see if it takes on the side of this boat.
Billicus, you think Bjorn looks like a wonderful, sparkling fire giant.
You're beautiful, man.
Thank you. I've been saying that, but let's light this on fire.
Okay, so the side of the boat is sort of heavily barnacled, wet with salt water.
So the barnacles are not pleased.
And you're sort of, you're sort of holding the torch there. It's kind of fizzling, getting splashed by the water that gets, sort of sprayed up between your boat. And a couple of times your boat clunks against the side of the boat and almost knocks you over. It's not really working from down here.
God, it's like I'm stupid or something. Let's fucking climb, man. Let's go.
Yeah, can I get a little boost?
Yeah, I'm giving you a boost. I'll give you the boost. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so for Billicus to perform an action, you'll have to succeed a fortitude save to then do an action because you're really tripping right now. So again, your fortitude.
My fortitude is 5,
and it's DC 15.
Okay. 13 plus 5 is 18.
You may hold it together long enough to do your climb action.
All right. I just got to keep this shit together, man. I think I got it.
Boost.
Yay.
Okay, with the boost, you get yourself onto the side of the boat. You manage to reach up and grab some of the rigging, and now you're on the side of the boat.
I climb up.
Okay, you reach the edge, you look over, and you can see this line of troops. You're on the other side of them. You can see 2 barrels, and you can just about see you see Hjani sort of just poking over the barrels, sort of like having a look what's in them.
Mm-hmm.
Billicus, you join him. You are now behind a huge wooden spindle with a lot of rope, sort of like stored by being wrapped around it.
Is there a way to get Manto on board? Can he make the jump, or?
It's like 20, 30 feet.
He's got those tiny paws. His paws gain no purchase.
Right.
He's sort of like holding down the rowboat. Actually,
okay.
He's holding down Mr. Roboto.
Roboto.
But at the moment, you're way too high to like notice any of that.
All right.
Because what's actually happening from the third eye DM perspective is that Mr. Roboto and Manto are slowly drifting away from the boat that was not tied up in any way and heading inland to the beach. But you'll find that out more to be continued later.
Okay. All right.
We didn't think this through.
Well, we thought it through. They didn't think it through.
But
okay.
You say to yourselves, behind the barrel, unheard to those guys.
Is there a place for us to even like tumble, like sneak ninja roll to?
You look around the ship, you see another pile of barrels, ropes, and equipment about halfway between here and a door entrance to a cabin.
Okay, I'm going to go for that.
Okay, which skill would you like? Would you like to go speed or stealth?
Let me go...
Speed will be your reflex save.
Okay.
Stealth will be like move silently or hide.
Let me see. I will do my reflex save then.
Okay, what is your reflex save?
+7.
Now, here's the thing. This is a ship just full of hundreds, not hundreds, like, 25, 30, 40 people, including troops, all alert with lanterns and beacons lighting it up. So this is really difficult. So it's going to have to be, I'm going to say DC 21.
Oh, fun.
What's the bonus again, sorry?
+7.
Okay.
All right. Well, it was nice knowing you guys. 20.
So
20 plus 7, 27.
here's what happens. Despite there being 20 crossbow-armed soldiers lining up to attention, a guy giving orders, crew doing everything, you are so fast. You just commit. You just go for it. That you just go from here to the next pile, to the door, against the wall, open the door, slip in. You're in that cabin.
Awesome.
Hey, where the fuck did Hjani go? She moved like the fucking Great Gazoo.
She's like the wind.
She's like the wind.
At the moment, what Billicus is seeing is he's looking at the line of 20 soldiers and he thinks they look like a line of gingerbread men.
Those guys look delicious.
Hjani, inside the cabin, you see that it's empty, but it has a table. It has those windows at the back, looking out the back of the ship. And looking out the windows, by the way, you see Manto in a rowing boat, drifting off to about halfway between here and the shore. And you see several people on the shore, sort of like straining to see what it is that's coming over.
Flassy.
Seyda, what do you do?
I look around to see if there's any rigging or anything that I can sabotage from where I am.
Yeah, you notice that the mainsail is up, but it's like tied and the anchor's down. So they're ready to be able to sort of, move off quickly to pursue ships, but not to be moved around in the bay. And there's a couple of ropes you could chop that would kind of sabotage that, and the masts, what's it called, the sprits, would go whipping around, knocking people in the heads and causing havoc.
Quiet.
I whip around the spritz.
Yeah, I wouldn't repeat that if I were you, because I'm not sure I'm saying the right word. Is it? Is anyone into sailing? I'm sure it's something like that.
You know what I mean?
Like the crossbar on the bottom of the sail.
You know what I mean?
I do know.
Yeah.
What I mean. Yes.
Once upon a time, I sailed in a rowboat and someone told me, and I've
Talk
forgotten.
to me after the show.
I'll see you over here. Okay. Over here.
Are we returning that voice again? I specifically sunk caramel
Wow,
apples so you couldn't continue doing it last time.
Vachophobic. Sabotage.
I sabotage. I'm gonna whip the spritz. That's what they're called
Beg
now.
your pardon?
That's what they're called in this universe.
Okay, well,
So
state as an action anytime you actually want to do it.
I said I whip the spritz. I cut the ropes.
You cut the ropes, good. So
sounds real
Seyda, you
refreshing.
come out from behind the barrels and you swing your greatsword. You cut the ropes and the sails and all the pieces of the mast and the ropes go sort of, like whipping around. Like a couple of deckhands get like smacked across the face by a rope. The sails sort of rustling around in the winds, and all the people are sort of panicking and rolling, running around. They think it's just snapped. But do any of the soldiers see you? Because if they do, they're going to pep you with about 20 crossbow bolts. So what skill can we use to see if you can also get to cover without being seen? Speed or stealth?
Speed.
Okay, state your action based on speed.
I leap somewhere stealthy.
You leap somewhere stealthy. So DC 20 and use your reflex.
The reflex is 7. 13 plus 7 is 20.
Without being seen, you quickly leap over the side of the boat and grab onto the rigging and hang there. Because that was an awesome roll. And because I'm feeling nice, I was really hoping that, yeah, and that's what you're doing. So you're now hanging over the other side, and everyone's distracted. The soldiers are sort of looking about what happened, and the captain's shouting, "Oh, I think one of the ropes snapped. Quick, get a hold of it." Billicus, make a fortitude DC 15 check to see if you can take an action.
17 plus 5 is 22.
Yep, you can make an action.
All right. I'm gonna. Do I notice my wolf floating away?
Nope.
No. All right. Okay.
Unless you want your action to be,
is there-
I look for Manto,
No.
something like that.
Is there anything? Do I see anything I can also sabotage or?
So I'm going to have to make you say, I look around.
I look
blah,
around. I look around and I see if there's anything that I can do to further cause to the chaos.
You think that the ship looks really flammable, and in the midst of your trip, you sort of remember Bjorn previously saying something to you about setting things on fire. It's coming
fire
back.
giant. He told me to burn things.
And Bjorn, you're sitting right next to him.
Beautiful.
He was gorgeous.
You said I was beautiful.
All right. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere then, and just try and light the boat on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it will do that generally, and if you want, you can also direct it into the soldiers, unless you want to keep hidden while you're doing this, and just use it to kind of extreme
No, I want
torch.
to roast these gingerbread men.
They were dipping those giant ballista things in flaming oil.
Yeah.
Or flame oil.
Flamoil?
Flamoil.
Okay,
That's what my rabbi used
you
to call me.
come out from cover, you conjure up a waist-high ball of rolling magical fire, and you send it charging, and it hits 1d4 of the nearest 20 soldiers. So
That's a 3.
so you're going to be able to... I just not expect you to be taking all this on by yourselves. Let me find my statistics.
Well, we haven't, given the signal or anything, so...
That's true, it's all just four
boat will be on
heroes doing
fire.
it by themselves.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
God, guys, you see what happens when we don't work as a team? It goes fucking awesome. Break off, boys. Break off, ladies. Fucking set
Yeah.
that table on fire.
Are you going to yell that to me from
No.
across the boat?
Okay, so what was the damage on your flaming sphere again?
The damage is 2d6 damage. Lasts 1 round per level, so
Yeah, you can keep it going for
4.
another 4 rounds unless somebody hits you and breaks your concentration. So it's 2. Can somebody pass me a d6? Oh, no, actually, Billicus, can you roll 2d6
2d6
for the first guy that you hit? And they have not that many hit points. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Fantastic. 4 and a 1 is a 5.
Okay, the first guy gets burned for 5 points of damage. He's on fire, flapping around, but still alive. The second guy that you hit.
5 and a 4 is 9.
Okay, also not dead, but severely charred and flapping around and screaming "Ah!" as he gets burned by magical fire. And finally, the third guy you hit.
3 and a 3 is a 6.
Okay, so they're all like burnt and running off and are not going to be able to return fire with their loaded crossbows. Bjorn, your action, because it's kicked off now. What do
am
you
I
do?
nearby an entry to the hold or anything?
Now, you're at the rear of the ship, right? So you do see a hold in the middle of the main deck. It's just an open hole, an open square hole.
All right, I use this moment to make a sprint for that and dive down.
Okay, make a DC 20 reflex check. It's across the deck of this huge ship full of soldiers.
I have a plus 11 reflex bonus. That's a 7 plus 11 is 18.
Okay, you run, you jump off the stairs, like you go between a couple of people before they have a chance to notice what's happening. You jump and you you dive through the air and you fall like a foot short and you're just kind of like lying on your belly with your fingertips just touching the edge of the hole. Hjani, looking out of the window, you see that Manto has reached the beach and a whole army contingent are kind of staring at him, not really knowing what to do about it as he's sort of sitting there patiently like a good boy.
Oh, he's a good boy.
And what's your action, Hjani? Outside, you hear screaming, burning, and fighting.
Okay, so is there like one of those, what's it called, the balustrade kind of bow things?
There is above you if you left this cabin and went up there.
Okay, so basically I look at whatever hole that looks out at the poop deck,
Yep.
right? Am I getting these
That's
terms right?
on your ceiling right now.
Looking out the window?
Yeah, whatever window of this this captain's quarters, I'm assuming that I'm in.
Yeah, it looks out onto the main deck.
So I didn't have any chance to like look through the stuff in this room before.
Would you like to do that as your action?
It's all right. I kind of open the door a crack, ready my bow, and shoot out at people out there.
Okay, there are armed soldiers with crossbows. Would you like to shoot your rapid shot?
Yes.
Rapid shot combined with
Many shot.
Many shot. I looked into it. Each one of your rapid shots can be a many shot.
Oh, so
But
that's,
you take the cumulative
so that's
penalty,
like,
right?
So that's 4 shots.
Yeah, but then it would be a total of...
So what was the mini shot penalty again?
I think it's the same as the
So
one. You
it's-
get like a -2, but you can shoot 2.
So it's -2 plus -2, so -4
Yes.
for each shot.
So essentially for overall -4 bonus in each shot, you could shoot like 2 pairs of arrows. 4 shots at 4 targets.
Okay.
Because you can shoot 2 at the same time and 2 around.
That I do then.
Oh, okay, so you got 4 shots using your 2 around rapid shot with -4. What's the total attack bonus?
+6.
Okay, their armor class is 14.
Okay, so I'll roll 4 times then,
Shot number 1.
Okay, shot number 1. Oh, natural 1.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Shot number 2.
11 plus 6, 17.
Okay, that's a hit. Her AC is 14.
12 plus 6, 18.
A second hit.
10 plus 6, 16.
Okay, 3 hits and 1 calamity that we'll come back to.
Okay.
So what's the damage for each one?
1d8 plus 1. So I'll just roll 3 times.
Yeah,
So you know?
there's 3
Okay.
guys on.
So 8 plus 1, 9.
Okay, so that just kills one of the crossbowmen stone dead.
1 plus 1, 2.
You hit the guy who was already on fire and kill him too.
Yes. Damn. 3 plus 1.
Another burning crossbowman goes down. So 3 shots, 3 dead.
Aha. And then what happens with the calamity?
It sails over their heads and is flying towards Billicus and Bjorn. Roll a dice, odds Billicus, evens Bjorn.
D6.
Yep, and he's fine.
That's a 6.
Evens is you, right?
Odds Billicus, evens Bjorn.
Yeah.
I get hit in the butt.
So Bjorn, you see an arrow flying towards you. What's your reflex save?
Oh, 11.
Okay, just got to beat DC 15.
That's a 1.
A natural 1.
Natty 1.
2 natural 1s in a row, combining for an awesome, spectacular failure. So Hjani just like
fucking
shoots at them with 4 arrows shot in 2 pairs.
4 arrows?
In 2 pairs. 3 of them hit a crossbowman each, killing them. One of them goes right over and heads towards you and Billicus. You both sort of look around and you basically trip over your own feet and fall right into the place where it's going to land, where it hits you for...
1d8 plus 1. So should I roll?
Yes, you should.
4 plus 1.
5 points of damage. You don't see who shot that. Where does it hit you? Right in just the upper thigh, just where the butt's starting. Since you asked.
Oops.
That now brings us to Seyda's action.
Right where the butt's starting.
I have 2 moves per round now, and I have 2 throwing axes. So I peek over from where I'm hanging and throw 2 throwing axes at the crossbow guys.
Yep, okay, so you come back over. You'll have to have your feet in the ground to throw those axes, yeah. Okay, their AC is 14.
I have +9 on my first one. That's 12 plus 9 is 21.
Okay, the first one hits for how much damage?
1d6 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5.
Okay, you hit one, and the next one?
My next one is +4. I roll an 8 plus 4 is 12.
It misses. No. Okay, now we get to their rows of action. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 crossbowmen with loaded bows ready. We can always divide them evenly, I guess, since there's 4 of you, except that Bjorn is actually still officially...
Hidden?
Oh, no, because
I'm out in the open.
You're right in the middle, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm wide in the open.
And you just got hit in the almost thigh.
But I use my hide skill to just fetal position on the ground.
Well, Hjani's got the most cover because she's sort of in a doorway. So Hjani's only going to get 2, and I'll split the rest evenly amongst you. I'll tell you what, 3 each, plus a 2, and the other one panics because there's a big ball of fire nearby them. So
and 3 people just died.
Yeah. That's right. I think, actually, you know what? They're afraid of Billicus, so only one's going to shoot at him. So we got 1 on Billicus, 3 on Seyda, 3 on Bjorn. They're literally just about 4 foot away from you, just sort of shooting into you. And 2 at Hjani. Let's start with Hjani. What's your AC?
My AC is 19.
Yeah. Luckily, their strike is only crossbow plus 2.
We'll see.
So here comes the first of 2 shots at you.